And we are back to Alice Cooper. What's up, guys? GeorgeTheCloud here. My name's Jorge, aka George. Welcome to the channel and welcome to my live. We have Generation Landslide. Okay. And this is from the $1 Billion Babies album. All right. That's a very interesting name. Wasn't there a movie with that name? Million Dollar Baby? Or something like that. There's a piece of media out there with a similar name. But anyway, yes, I did react to Alice Cooper once before, and this was actually recent. The song was Only Women Bleed, and so that was kind of my introduction to Alice Cooper. However, I think that was like a particular song for him, right? I don't know. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna check this one out and compare. But it is a request by Brad Taggart. Thank you so much for the coffee and the support. Really appreciate it. It's the easiest way to get my attention, and if you are interested in requesting something, I have the link in the first comment where you can check out the coffee platform. So now we get started here. I think it's just the audio. Oh, I wanted to see what year this is from. 1979? 73? Alice Cooper. 1973, the year my parents were born. My God. Okay. Grab some popcorn, fill up your water, put your headphones on. Let's begin.
See ya. Don't you know people are starving in Korea? Alcohol and razor blades and poison and needles. Kindergarten people, they use them, they need them. The overindulgent machines were their children. There wasn't a way down on earth here to cool them, 'cause they look just like humans at Chris Gates or Woolworth, but decadent brains were at work to destroy. Rats in battalions were ruling the street scene. Generation Landslide closed the gap between them, and I laughed to myself at the man and the ladies who never conceived of us $1 billion babies. La da 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 da.
This kind of reminds me of the Rolling Stones a little bit, that kind of vibe.
Militant mothers hiding in the basement, using pots and pans as their shields and their helmets. Militant mothers hiding in the basement, using pots and pans as their shields and their helmets. Molotov milk bottles keep from pink high chairs, while mothers live burned birth certificate papers. Dad gets his allowance from his sonny the dealer, who's pubic to the world but involved in high finance. Sister's out till 5 doing banker's son's hours, but she owns a Maserati that's a gift from his father. Stop at full speed at 100 miles per hour. The cocaine invisible, she'll finally got her. But I laugh to myself at the man and the ladies who never conceived us $1 billion babies. La da 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 da. Yeah.
Harmonica solo. Love to see it. what is that instrument that it's like a spinning, it's like you have a handle and there's like a wooden plank that you spin and it's like all right. This song reminds me of three bands: the Rolling Stones, the Who, and Bob Dylan. I'll explain. First things first, we hit the like. I am subscribed to Alice Cooper, and I'll have a link of the original video down in the description below. Man, every time I close my eyes, I just it's hard to open them back up again, because I'm just hearing the song, I'm vibing. It's late at night, it's raining. I'm just like, that's right. I have to continue on with the reaction in my own time. I would listen to this, more, of course. Okay, so Generation Landslide. I'm trying to connect the dots here because he says a lot and he's throwing out these lines and they're kind of, they're from that era, right? It's 1973. I'm picturing myself living, and there's, I think the Vietnam War had started, and there's a lot of differences of life from then to now. So I'm gonna check out the lyrics and see what I can find here before I look up the meaning of it. I want to see what I can cook up. Okay. Yeah, so please clean your plate, dear. The Lord above can see you. Don't you know people are starving in Korea? Yeah, I remember hearing this line and I'm like, was Korea going through a difficult time period back then? I'm not sure. I don't know, the history so well, but alcohol and razor blades and poison and needles. Kindergarten people, they use them. They need them. What is this? What does this mean? Like this all is, when you have a quiz, it's like, okay, a bunch of words, which one does not fit? And here it's like kindergarten. Wow, what is that doing here? The overindulgent machines were their children. There wasn't a way down on Earth here to cool them, because they looked just like humans. At Krizzig's and Woolworth's, I'm not sure what this is referencing, but decadent brains were at work to destroy. Rats in battalions were ruling the street scene. Generation Landslide closed the gap between them. This seems like something that would come straight out of War of the Worlds or something like that. I'm getting the impression that the world is getting, taken over by these machines. And I laugh to myself at the man and the ladies who never conceived of us billion-dollar babies, of us. So he's including himself in this new legion of humans, I guess, the billion-dollar baby race. Militant mothers hiding in their basements using pots and pans as their shields and their helmets. Okay, so this is, I remember this as well. It's like he's saying maybe they're living in the old ways, like they're stuck with old, military technology, just pots and pans. Molotov milk bottles heaved from pink high chairs, while mother's lib burned birth certificate papers. Dad gets his allowance from his Sony the dealer, who's who's pubic to the world but involved in high finance. This is hard to decipher for somebody like me. Sisters out till 5, doing banker's son's hours. Like, even this line in of itself, there's so much to process. Sisters out till 5, doing banker's son's hours. Okay, but she owns a Maserati that's a gift from his father. Stopped at a full speed at 100 miles per hour. The Colgate invisible shield finally got him. Colgate, like the toothpaste? But I laughed to myself at the man and the ladies who never conceived of us billion-dollar babies. This is wacky, man. I guess it's cool in the sense that, it applies to that era, right? You can never, if you wrote this today, then it would make even less sense and it would just be kind of random. But the little like references that he throws in here are what makes this song, I guess special from its time. There was this thing that I was going to look up. Kreger's and Woolworths. What is that? A company? Maybe that like a law firm or like an insurance company from back in the day. Now I'm gonna have to just look up the meaning here. Landslide. And we can't even get, even the AI overview is struggling here. Alice Cooper, Generation Landslide song. Okay, we got it. So this isn't about a literal natural disaster, but metaphorically explores the struggles and alienation of youth, contrasting the idealism of the younger generation, the kids, while the disillusionment and societal pressures they face, using rock and roll as a temporary escape and identity, a theme echoing the nightmare world of his Welcome to My Nightmare era. I can see it. Okay. The song highlights the gap between generations. I mean, that's what I was thinking from the title, but then I couldn't wrap my head around, well, what are the different, okay, it's like the billion-dollar baby generation against the older one, like the greatest generation. So yeah, with the old guard not understanding the kids and their music. That seems to be a big theme that was going on in that time period. I have reacted to a few songs with similar, theme. Music, specifically rock and roll, serves as a refuge and a way for young people to find their voice and rebel against a confusing world. What would be the equivalent of that today? I ask you, the viewer. It was rock and roll back in the 70s. It's like, oh, okay, you want to rebel and you want to, be this sort of outrageous teenager and live your own life. Okay, you go to rock and roll. In 2026, what would be the genre of music that people are using to rebel? I think earlier, we could go through the decades. 90s, it was probably electronic music. I mean, depending on where it was like that LSD type of trippy electronic. But hip hop as well, because it started in the 90s. Although I think hip hop and rap is the equivalent of this from like 2010 onwards. It could still be ongoing as we speak. disillusionment. Despite the excitement of rock, there's an underlying sense of being lost, with the landslide symbolizing the overwhelming pressures and potential for things to fall apart. Alice persona, okay, it fits within Cooper's broader theatrical themes, yeah, offering a glimpse into the anxieties of adolescence and rebellion, often framed through dark, surreal imagery. That's so cool that, you know, he managed to come up with lyrics describing all this without necessarily, you know, like saying certain words. Like he never mentioned adolescence, or anxiety, or rebellion. From what I remember, he just did it in such a, you know, kind of, I guess, yeah, the surreal, whimsical way. Sometimes I think I overestimate my abilities, and I'm like, you know what? With so many songs, so much music that I have heard, maybe I could write some lyrics. I could write a song, and I'm sure I can, but not to a professional level, because, you know, I listen to something like this and I'm like, I would have never been able to come up with this. It's like it would take so much more brain power that I don't have. So respect. Yeah, that was interesting for sure. And, you know, going back to the bands that it reminded me of, the structure and the harmonica, that's why I thought of Bob Dylan. I think most of the instruments were something that I have heard from The Who, like that bass line and the electric guitar and the energy that he's putting into this. It's like that rebellion type of vibe from the Rolling Stones. So that's the things that came into my mind. And oh, for the cover here, I was thinking about that when I started. This is like some sort of snake skin. Yeah, I think he's a fan of that. It's just kind of outrageous types of maybe designs, clothing, at least from what I have seen. There's some sort of like yeah, reptile texture. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. If you have more suggestions, please comment, subscribe, and at the end, do a flip. Till the next.